yourself out now.
Hello, welcome to Rolling Health and Random Fitness. I'm Tom, and with me is my co-host Jack.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk.
It's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. What it was.
Christmas time.
It's been Christmas.
Yeah, but it's that weird period just after Christmas, before New Year, which I always think is like
The come down.
you fuck somebody and they're still in your house. You had a nice time.
So we're waiting for the taxi, which is New Year's Eve.
You're waiting for the New Year's start. You've got something to do. You've got a dinner with a hot date. I'm a hunky man, and that's it. And then they won't go. There's all these weird reminders. I don't know what it is. It's weird, man. I don't know if you noticed, but I've taken all the Christmas decorations down.
Yeah. Well, I just assumed you didn't put any up.
Well, we did have some up, and I took them all down straight away. I find it weird. I don't know why. I just want it to be. Christmas is done now.
Yeah.
It's over.
Got my stuff.
Just wanted to quickly say, obviously, something may have noticed that Laurence isn't here.
Laurence.
I didn't even mention this to you when you came in, but he sent me something a little while back that he had to play, just to sort of explain his absence. Here we go.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of sheep in Wales, and they're not going to shag themselves, are they?
So that's why he's away.
You know what? I was actually speaking to him. Lawrence is he's in
Wales.
California.
Yeah.
Wales.
Yeah.
California, Wales. With his lovely fiance. And I think actually he's going into Mexico today.
Really?
For a little bit of tequila.
Wow.
But I laughed.
Yeah.
I laughed and said, Tom's going to pretend to be you, without knowing that you've done that.
Yeah.
So that's
what do you mean though?
What?
Yeah, I didn't. He sent that to me.
Without
before.
knowing that you had kept that secret from me.
Yeah.
That he sent you that recording.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have to listen to that once more before the end of the podcast, just because I miss his voice so much.
Christmas, this whole fucking festival is a time. The point of it is for us to gorge ourselves. Do you know what I learned? Why? One of the main reasons why this is interesting.
Please.
This is interesting. Is that when you look at all the most popular, like the days where the most babies are born, it's all about it's all September. A certain period in September. September like 1st to 12th.
My brother and sister September and me December. So
so 9. So which is basically if you extrapolate like 9 months earlier is when people are doing all the sex.
Ah.
Yeah. And
Science.
Which is early December period, which is the darkest days of the year. So like atavistically, what would have happened is we would all just be, whatever. We would have had all of our all our festivals where we've had like there's loads of food. We would have stockpiled everything away, and we'd all be in our huts, just fucking. And so basically, what people would probably be pregnant by December 25th. By this time, so this is when we're doing all the feasting, which is giving all of those,
nutrients to the babies.
At some point, because all festivals, all cultures have have festivals at this sort of time.
Sexy festivals.
Sex festivals, sexivals, yeah, where they do this, yeah, where they nearly every culture, the darkest part of the year, the middle of nowhere, nothing's growing, a big bit. But yeah, you still just hole up in the winter months and fuck, and
which is good for you, which is a wonderful way to lose some of those Christmas pounds.
Exactly. Do you ever advise
Sexercise?
Yeah, that's.
I advise people.
I advocate sexercise. I'm a master of sexercise.
Yeah, right.
Come join my sexercise class. No dudes. No fat chicks.
Yeah. Ladies, are you already fit and healthy?
There are still places available.
Yeah. Try sexercise with me, Master Edwards. So what I was gonna say is...
So you can cross off sexercise.
Yep, we'll tick off the sexercise. So I read something really interesting. It was in a bad newspaper, which I won't promote, but this was interesting.
Too many immigrants.
Yeah, immigrants hate Christmas. Which, no, so there's Christmas dinner ratings about how healthy Christmas dinners are, okay, around Europe. And guess who came number one at the unhealthiest?
England!
And even more annoyingly, guess who came first of the healthiest?
French?
Yeah.
Oh, what do they have?
Instantly I knew.
Oysters.
Yeah. And they've got
caviar. That's all.
Everyone thinks that they'll have a really unhealthy Christmas there because there's something about 13 desserts.
Don't know.
And it's about the 12 disciples and Jesus, and it's representative of that, and they eat them on the 27th of December. So you hear 13 desserts and you think that's going to be bad, but it's things like dried fruits and nuts and Caroline.
That's
actually really good. So So things like, I mean, we are way down. You know, so it's like France, Czech Republic, Poland, Portugal, Austria. They're the top 5 of healthiest. We are down the bottom 3: Germany, Ireland, England. I am okay with Germany being there with us.
So
That
what
kinda
is
makes
it
lighter.
that you think makes a big difference? What is unhealthy about our dinners?
Well, what we've got, so this is average, okay? You could be sitting here and you could be really healthy, and then obviously this doesn't apply to you.
Yeah.
But on the average British dinner is 30% sugar.
Wow.
Yeah. So the average dinner that you'll have is 67 grams of fat and 211 grams of carbohydrates.
Where are they coming from?
Well, that's how the British dinner is usually something like stuffing, bread sauce, brandy, butter, Brussels sprouts, mince pies, nut roast potatoes, Christmas pudding, trifle. Then you've got like turkey, duck, goose, or pheasant. One of those kind of things there.
Pheasants.
Where you're right. Like the French Christmas is
Oysters,
typically like oysters, foie gras, or faux gras. Smoked salmon, chestnut stuffed turkey. You know.
Yeah.
It's way healthier in a lot of ways, but you know it's rubbish, so I don't want it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fuck
so like
oysters.
the French dinner, 47 grams of fat, 29 grams of carbs. 29 grams of carbs opposed to the 211 grams of carbs, the average.
I was about to say a bad word, but yeah, those guys, they can't handle it though. But yeah, I don't know, so what do we do, Jack? What do we do?
Well, I was thinking about this because I watch what I eat and drink quite a lot now.
I can see.
But I thought,
Let me watch what you
it is Christmas,
do.
so why don't I just do what I want and enjoy it? Because it's once a year.
Agreed.
Alright, so obviously I'm still gluten free, la.
Yeah, exactly.
But I ate a lot, and when I looked at my plate, because I didn't have a lot of the wheaty stuff, it was just loads of vegetables and meat.
Like what? What's vegetables? What meat?
Parsnips, carrots, peas, Brussels sprouts.
Don't they do them with sugar though?
All of that.
Parsnips and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you're essentially getting a lot of, good stuff. It's I didn't have any stuffing.
Yorkshire puddings.
The Yorkshire puddings, and unfortunately, because my family hate me, they didn't. The pigs in blankets that they supplied were not gluten free.
Mummy, why do you hate me so?
So I threw the whole bowl away. No.
Flip the table.
So that's all nice. I have been eating a lot of sugar, which I never did. I never ate sugar. I've eaten loads of chocolate this Christmas. But it's okay because I've actually maintained going to the gym, and I've actually hit some personal bests training with a friend of mine over Christmas.
Most guys
So I mean, maintain your healthy lifestyle whilst you're doing these binges, and try and use these binges to your success.
How do people do that? How are you advising?
So I had a huge Christmas Eve. I went to the gym and did a huge leg workout, like big, absolutely draining leg workout.
That's a good idea.
So then the next day, like my body's still repairing. It needs food.
That's a really good idea.
And so I fuel it like that, I'm not saying that it's the best time to eat after workout is the next day.
Yeah.
It's better than not.
Exactly.
So I
and
obviously
also you are just your body's.
And my metabolism's
fucked
high.
anyway. Yeah. I guess it's like because it would be a good idea to do that before on New Year's Eve. Have a big workout.
I'll do that again.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to do that. I mean, the average person in Britain consumes 7,000 calories on Christmas Day, and that's not just from food. Obviously, there's booze, sweets, chocolate. Quality streets is the killer of all with most women. Yeah.
Hello.
8,000 calories right there.
Yeah, Jack is pointing, and earlier there was a bout of laughter because I have a T-shirt with an erection on it.
Yeah, it's really funny, and also it'll catch you by surprise. I've taken some photos that we'll upload because we're in Thomas's new recording studio in his house.
In my studio.
So this is cool. This is really.
It's a bit echoey, but apart from that,
that's fine. It's fine. We'll sort it out. So I thought if everyone's getting a bit worried about putting these extra calories on, which you are, like if anyone's got Facebook or Twitter and you can, you know, their friends are saying, oh my god, I've eaten so much chocolate.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can moan about that and you can tell the world about that, but you should do something about it as well if you're really worried about it.
Yeah.
So a real easy thing, so you don't want to go to the gym, or say you don't want to, you know, you're thinking like, oh, I'll start everything in January. Probably don't put it off. You know, use this time to maybe get some small workouts in your home if you want.
Like what?
A really good thing.
Yeah.
A really good way it is a workout method that's called Tabata at the moment. We've talked about it briefly before, but I thought I'd give it a little...
Tell me about Tabata.
Yeah, I will. I mean, it's gone a bit gimmicky because obviously this
Just outline it.
This guy is capitalizing on something which everyone does in the fitness industry, so he's making loot off of it. So it does look a bit gimmicky, but the science behind it is pretty sound. And you know, this guy did some tests and stuff. Essentially, it's an 8-minute workout. If you go onto the Tabata website,
I was doing that. Loads.
if you go on the Tabata website, so tabataofficial.com, they've got it marked out as a 20-minute workout, which is fun, which is good because I've seen it. All right, one of the gyms that I work at is a Fitness First, and they adopted the Tabata workout as one of their gimmicky workouts. So they train up some of the guys that work there, the employees, and they'll deliver these 20-minute workouts. So it's like a 10-minute warm-up.
So it's the sort of thing, hold on, so if it's the same as I was doing this year, it would be like you do whatever, 30 seconds of push-ups, 30 seconds of sit-ups,
so no,
jumping jacks.
so what this is it's 20 seconds of like highly intensive exercise with a 10-second rest period.
Like what sort of thing?
So real easy one to do is go on a rowing machine, okay, and you'll have 20 seconds sprinting. Now they want you to get to 170% of your VO2 max, which I'll give a brief outline of what a VO2 max is. It is, well, I'll do it now.
Volume of oxygen.
So yeah, right. So it's your volume of oxygen. So it's the maximum or optimum rate at which the heart, lungs, or muscles, which will obviously use oxygen, can effectively use oxygen during exercise. Okay.
How would that apply to me? Let's say, how would I work that out? What would that mean to me?
Well, you could work it out. You can go work it out quite easily by there's a few tests like the Rockport walking test or something. Some pretty simple things. All come to someone like me, a personal trainer.
What you do?
I'll chuck you on that.
How would you work out?
Take your pulse at the end of just lightly jogging a mile. You know, like lightly jogging a mile. Take your pulse, and then there's some calculations, and there's some they're pretty long calculations that I've got a book that you can calculate all these different things in. So I wouldn't be able to do it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But there's some pretty standard and easy ways. You can work out your VO2 max in about 5 minutes.
Okay, and then
it's really
when you have that information.
So when you have that information, you can then start to set goals. Having your maximum heart rate and your VO2 max is a very good way of knowing where you are in an exercise. You don't have to.
Yeah, but
if those people that really like tracking stuff, it's very good. It's a very good way of doing it. So. So let's say you know your VO2 max, your maximum, which is about 100%. Let's call it your maximum is 100%.
Of course, yeah.
You want to go 170% of your VO2 max on these sprints, meaning that you're going from an aerobic to anaerobic.
Okay.
I may have got that wrong way around, but my brain is full of sugar.
Right, but explain what happens when you.
So what you want is that you want to push your body so hard in these 20 seconds that you are no longer using the oxygen that you are intaking from breathing.
Yeah.
That you're actually starting to use the oxygens that's stored in your muscles and body as well. So you are caning your body. That's why it's 70% over your max VO2 max.
I remember this from biology at school.
Okay, so it is possible, right? Like, so technically, anything over 100%, being out of 100, is obviously stupid to say.
1,000%.
Yeah. But then also you can use it as you can do that. So I understand. So you want that. So this 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. You do 8 reps of this. So actually, it's about a 4-minute physical workout. And you can do it with anything, but you've got to be able to get it to that 170% or around that.
Right.
So if you don't have any of this information, 170% VO2 max basically feels like you want to be sick. Yeah. So that's what you need to sprint like you are sprinting 100 meters. That kind of like you want to try and beat Usain Bolt. You do that. And then you rest for 10 seconds. Do that, rest for 10 seconds. I like to do it with people with the battle ropes or tsunami ropes. A rowing machine's really good. Running machine's quite difficult because you'd have to like jump off it and jump on it. So just don't do it with something that you can easily switch from nothing to you know, sprint status. Bicycle, you know, just chuck up the resistance a little bit and then you just sprint it. If you can go to a running track, 100-meter sprints or whatever sprints it is, you know, 20 seconds. So that's like a 100-meter sprint for you. But
zing! I can't really sprint. I've got my legs. I can't really do any high impact exercise.
Oh really?
Yeah, I've got Osgood-Schletter.
Oh.
Nothing on my knee, so any impact sport means I get a big funny lump on my leg, which has been flaring up recently. So I can't really do anything.
All those impact sports.
Skipping. Yeah, no, I did. But when I was a kid, I used to do medium distance running.
Yeah. No, that's a shame.
Yeah, so stuff like that.
But things like you can do stuff like this, like the rowing
is
or
fine.
cycling, stuff like that. That's why it's great. No impact on those things. That's a great thing to pick up.
Yeah.
But if you're at home, go onto the Tabata official website, have a look at some of their workouts because they've got ones that you can do with no equipment.
Yeah.
Like jumping jacks and stuff like that. But just make sure you get you've got to really do it. So like burpees is a good one because they kick your ass. It's difficult to explain.
Yeah. Okay.
Over the air, but just look at burpees. Anyone who's been to a gym once, you know, will know that burpees suck. So try something like that. And it does work, man. I've been doing Tabata with clients for a long, long time, and Tabata never gets easy because as your VO2 max goes up, so does your output. You know, so as you get fitter, it's still the hardest thing you can do. I hate doing it. Yeah. You feel brilliant. There was a really good Horizons on Tabata a couple of years ago, I think. It was the same time where the guy was talking about like that 2-5 diet that everyone likes now and intermittent fasting and stuff. But that will get your recovery time and it will kick your little Christmas ass back into gear. And it's only like 5 minutes. Do it a couple of times a day. Yeah. And you will see results. You'll feel results. And we go back to that momentum thing. Yeah. Like people get, this is it. I feel out of momentum. I haven't been to work for a week. I don't know what day it is unless you look at the thing because I don't have my schedule's not there. I'm out of schedule. I'm out of sync. That happens with your health. That happens with your, I don't feel too bad because like I said, I've been going to the gym.
I feel terrible. Like, it's hit me recently that because I was doing something like that. I was doing that 7-minute work a few times a day, but now it's like I realise that I don't want to go back to the gym because like even now, even with me and you, like in my head, or it's because we never talk about how fitness is tied with ego, right? It's your appearance, it's your thing, and that's like when we talked about this before with certain friends and sort of having discussions about the right way and the wrong way to do things, that sort of thing. And for me, in my head, I'm fitter than you. And that's not the case anymore. That hasn't been the case for quite a long time. But there was a part where I was fairly physically fit, and like so part of my ego was like I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to be like I don't want to go there and be worse at stuff. And it's like I'm coming to the point where I realise that it's sort that out. Yeah.
There is. You can tell people that come into the gym with an ego. You can tell. You can tell by what they wear, how they work out.
What do you mean, what they wear?
My favourite, there is a guy that we call Eminem at our gym. He's huge. Yeah. Right? He's definitely got help. Yeah. Yeah. Like, he's got all the, he's got the body shape.
Spots.
certain things. And he works out for like 3.5 hours. Yeah. Right? And that is difficult to maintain. But when you've got the recovery time of this guy, which has helped. Yeah. And he is big, but I mean, he wears the kind of, he always wears Beats by cans with a cap on in the gym. Yeah. And then that over his, and then he will wear he's got a multitude of hugely dipping vests. Yeah. Right, so you can see nipple.
I love a bit of nipple.
So it's like the string going down, down, and then down under the nipple is then when the V kind of.
I like to call them nipples.
And so there's like a little bit of string just going over each nipple, which are always popping out. So I like
kinky.
Yeah, exactly, like a little bit of pepperoni. Yeah. Just popping out there. Oh. And then he wears.
Jesus, that's real.
I got that t-shirt. He wears jean shorts, but big, 3/4 length jean shorts.
That's so sexy.
Do you know what I mean? So he's dressing like he's in an Eminem video. Now I got it. I do have an ego. when it goes to the gym because it's my job as well.
Yeah.
But actually, I found, and I've been training with a friend of mine over Christmas, and he's very good at what he does. And we're actually on the same program, and he sits and watches me do my reps, and I'll sit and watch him do his reps. And he'll be like, oh, you know, you're coming up on your toes, and maybe if you straighten your back. And my instant thing in my head is like,
fuck off.
Yeah, it's my job, you idiot. Like, why are you? And then I'm like, actually, I probably am coming up on my toes, and that is bad. And I'm not focusing on my toes. I've got a big weight on my shoulders.
Yeah.
So then so instead now I'll be like, so at what point am I coming up on my toes? Can you shout at me when I'm doing it? And then I'll realise and I'll stop it. And I did that, and I felt stronger. And so if you get past the ego, but I think jiu-jitsu's helped me do that. And I've had no expectation about myself in a gym. Whereas if you've always been big or if you've always been athletic, perhaps you do have that ego. You shouldn't be worried about it though, man. You're strong.
Yeah, I am strong.
There's the ego.
Yeah, no, I am, but it's still that thing like. I don't even really care about it. I just care about flexibility. We're getting old. I'm nearly 28.
Yoga.
I'm all over yoga, man. I'd be all up for that. But yeah, I'm gonna get flexibility and just general fitness. I don't really care about my strength in that. Because
we'll talk about flexibility is a good one. We'll talk about.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a nice.
But my body it's really responsive. If I do even a really small amount of fucking, I do a small amount of exercise. It reacts really quickly. Anyway. Let's wrap this up, my friend.
Well, I just want to say one thing for all those people that got like iTunes vouchers or people who can easily spend like £1, which not many of our listeners. There's an app called Caveman Feast.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It's it's pretty much about paleo eating, but don't worry about the label.
Yeah.
Paleo.
Yeah.
All you need to know is that this is a really good app with loads and loads of ways of preparing food that are healthy. Do you know what I mean? So if you think like, I need to lose weight over January, which loads of people want to do, all you think is like, vegetables and reheated chicken breast or something like that, alright, which is boring. And then you won't stick to it. Yeah. And we've talked about this before. If it's not interesting, you don't stick to something. Look at Caveman Feast. Yeah. It's it's got so many good recipes. Everything's paleo, so it's like, you'll have like wheat-free, but it's just ways of like having like, I think they've got like avocado stuffed burgers that you make yourself with like the trimmings on that. That sounds delicious. And it's good for you.
Avocado is the luxurious like vegetable. That's what it tastes like, fatty.
Yeah, it's fat. Well, that's what we need.
It's delicious.
We'll talk about that, and we'll do a podcast about food and how you need a high fat. Yeah, you need a high fat and protein diet, and just get rid of those carbs. Nice. So on that,
that'll get taken out.
Yeah, we'll call it there. Sorry for not being around for so long, but it's
yeah,
one of those things.
It's the same though. At least we're doing it, right? At least we're doing it. Like being in the gym. Doesn't matter if it's shit.
Comments, because this is up on YouTube at the moment. If you want to leave a comment on what you'd like to hear, that would be nice.
Exactly. Or send a mail to rolling. I can't remember. I'll add the email.
Cool. Alright, man.
But yeah, we have an email, so send us a mail.
It's a short one because Laurence isn't here. He's the glue that keeps us together. Oh, why isn't Laurence here? Can you just repeat that message in case people forget?
There's a lot of sheep in Wales and they're not going to shag themselves, are they?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.